Fragrance fam, not to get ahead of myself, but this week is AFI's anniversary. We're celebrating our birthday with one of our all-time favorite fragrances, birthday cake. This is the perfect opportunity to show you just how creative you can get with our waxes. So join us in celebrating by using our AFI Premium 4400 soy wax to make wax frosting 2 ways. You can use wax frosting for all kinds of applications. Once you get the hang of dripping and whipping wax, you'll be able to decorate candles and wax melts that look just like tasty desserts and drinks. If you prefer fun, maximalist designs over the minimalist mainstream, whipping wax and making embeds are essential skills to have if you want to stand out. Our AFI Premium 4400 soy wax is our favorite choice for making wax frosting because it's 100% soy. Soft enough to whip, but firm enough to stay structured when cooled. It has a slightly higher melt temp than other soy waxes, sitting at 125 degrees Fahrenheit, which is great if you attend spring and summer markets or you just live in a warm climate. It comes in granulated form, so it's easy to measure out and melt. As usual, we let our wax hit 185 degrees before removing it from the heat source and letting it drop 10 degrees to add fragrance. Our AFI Premium 4400 soy wax has a recommended fragrance load of 6 to 10%, giving you plenty of room to find the perfect amount based on your own scent of choice. Our birthday cake fragrance is a no-brainer for the project I'm working on today. It hits all the right notes of sweet, nostalgic, and celebratory. While the wax is liquid, you can add color at this point or leave it white. For a dripped frosting, I'm using a classic pink color. Stir continuously as the wax cools, letting it slowly turn opaque. When the color is solid but the texture is still pourable, quickly but cautiously drip the wax across the candle you're decorating. This technique looks especially good on decorative pillar candles like the one I'm making. If you pour too slow, the wax will harden and you won't get a smooth, even surface. If you have leftover wax from other projects, you have the perfect opportunity to practice the technique. But what if you want an even more extravagant candle? Then you'll need to whip the wax. You may have seen us making whipped wax on our channel before. There are a couple different ways you can approach the process. Start by transferring the melted and scented wax into a large bowl. The taller the bowl, the easier it'll be to keep the wax from flying everywhere. For now, let the wax cool until it seems almost solidified but still has plenty of give to it. You'll be able to press into the surface of the wax with some slight cracking. Using a hand or stand mixer, whip the wax just like you would buttercream frosting. If the wax was still too warm, it may take a little longer to fully whip up enough to pipe onto your candles. If the wax was too cold and has gone brittle, place a portion of it back onto a heat source, let it melt, and return it to the solid wax to continue whipping. The trick to making beautiful pipe swirls of frosting with wax is to use extra large piping tips. This way you can cover a lot of ground without the wax clogging the tip or solidifying in the piping bag before you can get it all on your candles. If you have a lot of candles to decorate, I recommend melting and whipping your wax in smaller batches so it stays the perfect consistency to pipe while decorating all of your candles. Ta-da! Look at this little beauty. If you still want to take things up a notch, embeds are a great way to fit even more delicate details in your candles. Check out the other candle tutorials we have here on our channel for tips on making embeds of all shapes and sizes. As always, thank you so much for watching, Fragrance fam. It's been another amazing year hanging with y'all here on our channel. Stay tuned for more project inspo, fragrance tips, and business guides. For now, how about we make a wish together? Catch y'all next time. Bye!